Alright, there it is. And there it is! Greetings everyone, I am Dr. J, and I am back after being away for longer than I expected, honestly. I did say that I would be doing this on Tuesdays and maybe Thursdays, so I guess I didn't technically lie, but I had initially planned on doing something on Thursday as well, but unfortunately for me, well, I needed to finish my Icewind Dale 2 review, which is up on my main channel right now, and honestly I'm quite happy with how it's been received thus far. And thanks to it being received well, I've decided I really do need to lean into the CRPG shtick a little bit more, so I put up a poll on my community tab over on my main channel saying, hey, which one of these four should I play? And it looks like one of them is likely going to win. I'm not going to name it just yet, but honestly, I am kind of curious to see how it turns out. I'm going to give it until this coming Monday, which is when I'll be streaming it initially for reasons that will be made clear then, over on my main channel. But for now, though, we've got Pyre to see to. So, since it has been a while, my thinking is the best way that I can get back into it So, so there's... So there's a limit to how often I can do those rituals, then. Alright, so be it. I guess in that case, we may as well continue on. You find everyone is feeling rather miserable. You sense just being in flagging hands eats away at one's spirits. Only the Imtizo seems unaffected. Most of your fellow exiles lost... Oh dear. A moment, Rita. There are several courses we may take through Flagging Hands. If you choose to prolong your stay, it may be worth your while. However, your companion's spirit shall likely suffer more. Prove a talisman. Of valuable items. So basically, a new talisman versus improving a current one. Let's try the new one. I mean, what's the worst that could happen, right? The north route through Flagging Hands is dismal beyond reckoning. There's little talk among your group, yet you sense despair encroaching. Only Tizo seems unaffected. Later, you accompany the lone minstrel in pursuit of his task here. Speak not directly to the living shade, and be true to your heart when responding to its inquiries. And make no attempt to look it in the eye. The lone minstrel offers these words and other words of advice as you approach the burial mounds of Coldmoat, where many exiles of the downside see their final days. A glimmer of a shade appears before you as you stand surrounded by the dead. You barely see it, and it does not speak, but you feel its thoughts piercing your heart and mind. According to the Shade, the book that you possess may lay some of the fallen hero here to rest. The Shade leads you to your work. You turn through the book, locating passages concerning freedom and the spirit. You recite such words as seem best fit to each of the fallen you see. It is draining work. The Shade resurfaces after a while. It leads you to a hollow stump, then fades away. Oh, nice. That's arguably better than improving a talisman. Also, real quick, I'm gonna turn game volume down a little bit. By the time you reach the pit of Milithy, everyone besides the Imtizo seems to be feeling even worse than before. You sense their desire to leave this place as soon as possible. Good lord, this is gonna be a rough match. You find Ruki rummaging in the corner of the black wagon. Hey, chum. Know what? It's good having somebody else around besides those two. So, come to think of it, there's something I wanted to get your take on, and you have to promise to tell me honestly. Would you say... What I mean is, He hesitates, trying to find the right words. Look, what I'm trying to say is, you sense something serious is troubling him. Okay, where's the fake out? He moves in very close, making sure no one else is in earshot. It's about my mustache. Yep, it's a fake out. I've been getting some conflicting reports about it. Did you say my mustache that it makes me look a bit, you know, unscrupulous? It's fine. You suggest that Ruki's mustache looks perfectly fine. He grins wide at you. Couldn't agree more, chum. I knew straight away that you're a real judge of character. Anyway, gotta check the wheels again for mites. See you around. He bounds off out of the wagon. Okay, so Ruki is definitely going to be... So Ruki and Tizo are definitely going to be in the next one. It was not long before the Empire began to crumble. With my liege gone, his own country quickly turned upon itself. I must admit that this collapse had started long before the Emperor's disappearance. His decision to give chase after a myth but hastened the inevitable. All the while the rope collar stood by, awaiting such a time as he could rule in my liege's stead. He would be our people's savior. His first charge was to organize a search for the missing Soliam Mur. Warriors, pathfinders, and scholars heard the call, and prepared to seek him out.
Hey guys, you know, this place, a lot of folks, but not a lot of customers, know what I mean? So have a look around.
Let's see. Is there anything good in here that I can grab? A little bit of bonus damage in case I want to tip the scales. Ooh. 2 presents. Given what we just went through, we'll go with the Fate Stone. Alright, that'll do. Now, let's outfit with what we can. So, Ruki and Tizo are absolutely coming with us. So, actually... So, respawn time. So everyone's on -3. So, the problem is... So you're definitely taking this. And then, let's see. What do you get with this? Yeah, that's definitely useful for you. Yeah, let's go with this. And, just to make... Alright, that should balance out for that. You've already got a pretty low hope already, so this isn't gonna affect you too much. And you, well, you're already pretty fast and nimble, so you're probably gonna be one of the ones vaulting in, so I'm not too worried about you getting caught up in this. So that should do then, I'm pretty sure. So. Yeah, I think this'll do. What's on your mind? Are you sloshing all the way across the flagging hands right now? A hideous place, or so I understand, for I can neither see it nor experience its wondrous aroma as you surely can, although perhaps you are accustomed to it now. The Nightwings of the past mislike the place, of that I can assure you. We share a common misery. Now please leave me to mine, unless there is a service you require me to render at this time. Take care of yourself, reader. Pretty sure it'll be okay. Alright, let's get into this. As you make preparations for the coming rites, you wonder if the stars above will even be visible through the dense fog hanging over the pit of Milithi. Then... Tizo seems to be very concerned by something in the vicinity. The little imp disappears in a hurry.
Oh, is Tizo alright? He was so frightened.
He was not frightened. He was issuing a warning. Silence! Everyone take cover! Jodario makes quick note of several hiding places among the nearby crags and rotted husks. You wait. Something about the place dampens your senses. All you can feel is a creeping dread. Then from the shadows, a writhing shape slides forth, its hulking form draped in raiments. The shape stops. Slowly, its head turns from one of you to the next, each in turn. Wise of you to hide yourself from us, little Nightwings. Ye trespass on the resting place of the Astral Born. We shall see ye when the stars muster the courage to illuminate this place. The creature vanishes into the dark. After a time, your companions reconvene. That was a bog crone. Indeed, that was which... how do you pronounce that? Udmilde. That was which Udmilde the Withdrawn. Tizo makes clear he has no love of Udmilde. Although the rites dictate she cannot harm you bodily, with her, best not to take unnecessary chances. We'll take what chances we can get in all of this. Everyone, it's time. Alrighty. Let's see if I can do what'll likely be a hard one.
Why, you made it, reader.
Indeed we did.
Made it all the way to the detestable pit of Melith.
Believe, fine.
In doing so, of course, you have disturbed your ancient adversaries, the Withdrawn. The deranged witch who leads them has big plans in store, should she prevail in all this. Now, as you know, I normally would wish you a shameful defeat. But in this case, I wish you a little bit of luck.
Is that so? The crone Udmilde sees your companions gathered by their pyre. A little flame as that shall never warm ye here, much less survive the night. Hear us, ye slacked. Make the Nightwing suffer. Oh dear. Ruki trots forward from your ranks. Listen here, you old bag. You don't scare any of us one bit. You or your buddy, you slash. Now, we doing this or what? The question hangs in the air for longer than is comfortable. It does seem to have drawn Udmilde's attention, however. Ruki begins to squirm a bit. Then Udmilde moves her slender fingers to her mask. Foolish. Slash shall grow. Ye slash shall grow. Ye slash shall grow. Eventually I'll come up with a common pronunciation for that damn word. He shall consume ye ere your little flame has died. That we shall ensure. Udmilde slides off toward her followers. Ruki remains motionless for a time. Whoops. Did you lose hope after that? The hell is...
Now, let us begin.
Okay, so no special benefits from taking someone in or leaving someone behind. Alright, you in front, as always. You off to the side.
Ruki,
You as reinforcement.
Edwin, now.
Alright, everyone, we can take them.
No matter where you go, ye slash shall find ye and devour ye.
Now begin. Oh, oh, oh.
Gotcha!
To glory laid bare.
That was easy. Although it's not going to be as easy again.
You have it.
Crap, there it goes.
Simply abhorrent.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough one.
A devious maneuver.
Well, alright, we've evened them up. They've got one left. One
Both
less.
triumvirates are equally as close.
Oh, come on! Well, I can always load a checkpoint, right?
You seem unable to stop these people. Such chaos.
Works for me.
Ruki doused the adversary's flames.
I'll take it.
Begone.
Wait, what? How? What? I thought I was out of range of that.
The fires wane.
Oh dear, I'm losing. That's not good. I just do not... Wait, where the hell? Oh, right, Rookie. Yeah, let's load checkpoint. Where's this gonna plop us? Okay, start of the rides. Ah, crap. So, maybe I should do a practice round, because it has been a week. And as it's been proven with the last one, I am terrible at this game. I don't know what it is about it. I just can't figure it... I don't know, my mind just doesn't seem to work the way the game expects my mind to work. I don't get it. Oh, there's a restart right button. Should have done that.
To the detestable pit of Mileith. In doing so, of course, you have disturbed your ancient adversaries, the Withdrawn. The deranged witch who leads them has big plans in store, should she prevail in all this. Now, as you know, I normally would wish you a shameful defeat. But in this case, I wish you a little bit of luck.
Alright, here we go. So, it looks like if I'm gonna win this, alright, if I'm gonna win this, it's gonna have to be through... Oh man, this is gonna be annoying.
Now begin. Oh, it was bound to happen.
Ah, hell. Ah, wrong button. Come on, get up, back up, get back up. Aha!
Dangerously close.
Ah, hell. Ah, wrong button.
Your exiles all are banished, I'm afraid. Alas for Rookie. Banished, one and all.
Wait, how did that happen?
The night wings are first to strike the adversary's flame.
I'm not entirely sure what just happened. Ha!
Sublime.
Okay, that's how I'm supposed to do it.
Too bad for that one.
Ah, crap. No, you don't.
If I were that one, I'd be rather angry.
Yeah, I'm rather angry.
The all flies true.
Crap. At least we got the lead for the moment. Crap.
Banished.
Ah, crap. Ha!
Rookie plunged into their fire.
Now I've got it. Now I'm getting it. The lifeblood of this lush, it flows within this lair and beneath this world. His lifeblood, it shall engulf ye in such blackness and despair. Keep talking. The hell is that?
The witch invokes a profane name I shan't repeat. Best beware her foul sorceries.
Oh, come on! Well, that's a score.
Straight into your flames.
That's annoying. Nope.
Somebody get the orb.
There we go.
Doused the adversary's flames.
I guess that's just how I'm gonna do it. Just let them get far enough to where...
And we are finished here.
Wait, so they... So I have to jump over those. Ah, should have jumped. Hey, that worked. Huh. Oh, that almost worked, too. Oh, crap. Good lord, that guy's fast.
The orb was cast into your pyre.
That's annoying. Oh, come on. Hi.
All banished. The stifled effort.
Shoot, not fast enough. Ah, shoot. Thought I had a wider path than that.
Well cast.
There we go.
It's done. The Nightwings once again prevail.
Yay, cheese.
They brushed aside their adversaries without too much trouble. The rite is complete.
Nice work, everyone. Never thought I'd have to stand against a bog dweller. It would seem our adversaries failed to unnerve us. See? Those bog dwellers, they're just a bunch of hissy talk. Islas, we have failed thee, and the deed shall be repaid in blood. As for ye fools, ye shall be consumed, and everything around ye, from the soil to the stars, ye shall see.
Boundless are the teachings of the scribes. 'Twould seem the exiled Jodariel has a knack for these affairs.
Focus, training, prowess, the path toward survival on the blood border. These rites make similar demands of us. Huh. Let's go with that.
A flash of inspiration for next time. Until the next rite.
Well, we made it through. Having thwarted the withdrawn in a convincing manner, you and the others have some moments to recover from the ordeal and the relative safety of the Black Wagon. So, when can we get out of here? What, Greentail? Had enough of Udmilda's hospitality for the time? Ah, I can't speak. Oh, Jody, yeah, thanks. I'm good. The Reader and the stars will point the way as ever. It's just, so far we've kept on going north. That's the case again this time. The Sea of Solace spreads north and west from here for untold leagues. I could not tell you when last a vessel dared to sail those waters. Tizo asserts himself during the conversation. What is the matter, little one? Tizo was trying to get you to come look at something outside the wagon. Reader, please go see what he wants. You excuse yourself and follow the imp into the dark of night. You find Faye and the lone minstrel already gazing up at the stars. Can you not read the stars then yourself then, Mr. Minstrel? I fear it is not so simple as matters of can or cannot when it comes to me, Faye. We shall see what the reader has to say, for that is his charge. And here he is, in fact. Thank you for fetching him, Tizo. Tizo was happy to have obliged the lone minstrel. Reader, it would seem the skies have cleared to some extent. Please, look upon the stars and see where they compel us to go next. Further north. That looks weird. The rights beckon you still further north, toward the middle of the Sea of Solace. Sea of Solace? That's not good. You're joking, right, chum? Does the reader seem the joking type to you, Greentail? We do not argue with the stars. You talk like we can just go right out into the water. Pardon my interruption, though. Perhaps we can. Say what? My client, Sandalwood. He has a way of anticipating such eventualities. West of here lies a place called Big Bertrude's. The proprietor is an old companion of his. She may be able to assist us. Edwin's smile returns. That sounds like a missed shot right now. Let's pack it up and move as soon as possible. You bring me brief reprieve some solitude. What seek you in exchange? Not yet? Fine. Greetings, reader. It is good that you are here, for there is something that I wish to tell you privately. Do you have a moment? I shall not keep you long, though I know your time is precious. Let's hear him out. You bid him to continue, and make clear your interest in whatever he has to say. Very well, and thank you for your time. And, I should further note, matters that pertain directly to the rights I must reveal to you alone, for thus I am obliged. In any case, when you confronted the withdrawn and witch Udmilde, you might recall she tended to invoke a certain name. Islash, the Astral-born. Hesitate to say it even now. You would be forgiven if you took the ravings of Udmilde for mere nonsense. However, her words, as it turns out, ring with a certain truth. Before the union of the 8 scribes, when first they found themselves here in the downside, this land was even less hospitable, if that can be believed. It was ruled over by the greater titans. The one called Yislash was the eldest and most fearsome of the lot. Just the same, the scribes managed to defeat it. They later used Yislash's own hide and ichor to bind the Book of Rights. However, Yislash did not truly die, for by some accounts it seems to be incapable of death. The creature is regenerating even now, though very, very slowly. Its vow is to devour this land and everything in it. Only then can it return unto whatever plane that banished it to ours. So in a way, it is in exile, just like you. If ever should the creature be reborn, it shall be many ages hence. Thus, the ravings of Udmilde are more or less inconsequential for the while. Yet, the history of Eastloss is inexorably linked to the rites, and therefore must be known. I trust your research of the book shall lead you to discover more, in time. I hope all of this is of some reassurance. Now I leave you to your more immediate concerns. I shall go check to see how everyone is faring at this time. He heads out into the evening, bidding you a good rest of the evening. Worth a shot. Let's carry on. This is the place. Let us go to see my client's companion as soon as you are ready. Well, no reason not to go now. Big Bertrude's is a sickly gathering of bog dwellers who stay within the shadows, yet you can feel their eyes surveying everything. The lone minstrel steps forward. Sandalwood sent us. Those words are enough to make the bog dwellers snap to attention. They emerge from the mud and dark and begin expecting your black wagon with their strange tools. One of the bog dwellers slithers forth. She is larger than the rest, and leaves no doubt that she commands the others.
Thou speaketh the name Sandalwood. We would know his whereabouts. Reveal them to us.
Good day to you, Big Bertrude. It is a pleasure to meet you at last, for Sandalwood always spoke highly of you, and your handiwork.
Aye, he did. In turn, we know who thou must be. Yet thou speaketh of the past. Sandalwood, doth he yet live? Speak plainly and quickly.
To be quite frank with you, madam, I do not know for certain, for I have been apart from him for some time, carrying out his will. Though I have every faith that I, Sandalwood, lives. As for his current whereabouts, I understand that he awaits us somewhere near Wakingwood, beyond the waters. We wish to seek him there, though, as you can see, our wagon is ill-suited for the task. The one called Bertrude frowns at this, studying the lone minstrel all the while.
Indeed. Then leave us. Return at dawn. That is all.
By your grace, Big Bertrude. The lone minstrel turns away, but Hedwyn stops him. Hold on. Are you sure about this? Leaving the wagon in their care? All should be in accordance with my client's plan. You keep calling Sandalwood your client. He must reward you well. Aye, in a manner of speaking. He helps me find a sense of purpose I thought lost. Hedwyn nods at this, then turns to you. Well, my friend, I guess we'll see what happens, right? I'm off to let the others know. You find yourself with time for your vocations while the bog dwellers go about their business. Having gleaned knowledge from the Book of Rites, you can impart some of its teachings. As each exile's path towards enlightenment is personal, you will have to mentor them one at a time. Guess I can use this to fast-track stuff. Let's spend some time with you. Me? Oh, of course! Please tell me something I don't know, for there is lots of it! You illustrate to Faye some of the intricacies of the rites, focusing on how all three in a triumvirate can move and act as of one mind. You sense she grasps some of the concepts. Substantial. The teachings of the 8 scribes. I hear them now and less faintly than before. Alrighty then. So I can use that. The lone minstrel finds you early the next day. Reader, it is ready. Please, come have a look. The others are already there. Oh wow, they spruced up the place. The Black Wagon appears different now than it did even a day before. The hull is fully sealed and reinforced, and all manner of nautical equipment adorns the port side. Wow. You people seeing this? I'm gonna have a look around. The wagon should be fit for sea voyage. Let us depart at your earliest convenience. What about Big Bertrude? She then appears as if on cue.
Tell that Sandalwood he owes us twice over.
If I may, Big Bertrude, you could tell him yourself if you wish to accompany us in our voyage north. Our group would welcome someone of your vast experience.
Dare they make flirtations upon us?
No,
Enough.
But should you see that Sandalwood, tell him also to come and visit us again.
Now, be gone from here, and tell no one that we were paid in favors.
She slithers off without another word. Soon the lone minstrel breaks the silence. We are fortunate that she assisted us, but we should go just as she said. I know the navigational controls and shall explain.
This is so exciting! I don't know how to swim!
Tizo seems to share Faye's enthusiasm for heading out to sea. I am beginning to feel ill already. Alright, Set sail. Here we go. Well then. Didn't expect it to transform like that. No matter. You and your companions watch the sea as your wagon rolls over the gentle waves. We have crossed into Worm Gulf. I hope that all of you are acclimating well. There is no acclimating to these worm-infested waters. We risk everything to sail here. As long as we follow the cold current Big Bertrude indicated, we shall be safe. If the next ride is in the middle of the sea, how will our adversaries meet us there? They shall find their way as we find ours. It is all part of the scribe's design. Now, reader, please confirm the next point on our sea journey. We seek the Hulk of Oars. Alright. Looks like we don't have much of a choice on where we want to go, so off we go. I don't think that wagon knows how physics work. Looks like there's oars underneath the boat, though. How's it propelling itself? Probably the same way it propelled itself as a wagon. The wagon continues rolling gently across the waves, which seems to you a welcome change of pace, after having come from flagging hands not very long ago. However, Jodariel seems more concerned now than before, and paces ceaselessly. When she notices Ruki, she stops him for some questioning. Greentail, how is he doing? Oh, Edwin? Oh, he's pretty much the same. Been up all night, retching into the waters if I had to guess. His first time out at sea? His first. She turns to you. Reader, please check on Hedwin when you have the opportunity. He requires our support, and we require his swift recovery. You wish them a good afternoon as you go check up on the others in the group. Later, you find Hedwin looking out of sorts. Oh, hello, my friend. It's just... sea hasn't been good for me, I guess. It's funny. All this trouble. Just to get back to the Commonwealth of all places. Hey, tell me something. What do you miss the most about that place? You confess to him that you do miss Commonwealth cuisine. Not that you often got to eat your fill of it or anything. The food. That's a surprise. I always thought the food was terrible. I hope you're not offended. I think maybe you haven't tried real food. One day if we luck out and find ourselves decent ingredients, I'll cook something for you, okay? Anyway, I'll be fine, I think. Thank you for checking up on me. You sense he wishes to be alone. There's not much to be done for him now. Alright, so... I am sorry for my interruption again, Rita. Please again confirm the next point on our voyage. Alrighty then. Whoa. That's one way to do a transition. Pretty. By the scribes! The sea! I didn't know it was so beautiful! Having escaped the waters of Worm Gulf, you can now see what must be the Hulk of Oars, far on the horizon. Not everyone has taken well to the sea voyage, however. Tizo is wondering if Hedwin is feeling better. He requires further rest, Tizo. All we can do is wish him a swift recovery. Readers, sir, from this point our voyage must diverge from Bertrude's instructions. Please consult with your companions about which course to take. I wonder if they would give me a choice. So... a blessing of sorts, which is probably a temporary boon. Let's go for something that'll likely be more long-term. The sea is peaceful for the most part, save for the occasional strange shimmers beneath the surface. You realize the lone minstrel is looking down at them along with you. Those shapes down there, some must be worms of the sea dominion cast into exile. So worms are intelligent creatures then? I understand they tirelessly fought the Commonwealth's wars, having grown weary of their own. They must make worthy adversaries. Tizo appears to have spotted something tasty. Tizo dives without warning into the depths below. And there he goes again. That one enjoys being at sea despite its perils. Eventually the imp resurfaces, clutching something in his claws. Oh, nice! I'd say that'll be very useful for me then. At last you arrive at the Hulk of Oars after journeying across the sea. It seems the next ride is to commence here soon, though there is no sign of your next adversaries yet. Reader, a moment of your time. You ask what is on her mind. Hedwyn. He is beginning to recover from his illness. However, its sudden onset serves as a reminder, I believe. I have known Hedwyn since he was a child. Even now, I hesitate to say that he has grown. Nevertheless, there are such things that even I would never dare say to him directly. For instance, I struggle with his confidence at times. Whether he leads us to our freedom or to our doom, I am ambivalent. Speak not a word of this to him, of course, in case that is unclear. I shall tell him in my own way, if and when that time requires. In any case, when times remind me of his mortal weaknesses, I end up having to consider what should happen should we become separated permanently. She trails off for a while. What I mean to say is, you should know that I am fully pledged now to this quest of ours, whether Hedwyn is the one to lead us to its end or not. I have my reasons. One of them is him. I expect the same holds true for you. That is all I wish to say. Take care, reader. She nods and brushes past you toward the door. Curious. Yeah, I know, I shouldn't tap the glass. Rawr. The Emperor Solium Mur knew naught of this, of course. His expedition yielded not the treasures he desired, but brought him closer to his country than he had ever been before. As he traveled down the river Sglorian in pursuit of greed, he found instead an inkling of shame. He saw the sunken faces of his people, heard their words for him. In time, he could not ignore it, and it proved more than he could bear. The river finally claimed him, his belongings, and his retinue. Once the people heard, I understand they cried with joy. Perhaps he ought to have perished, but the mercy shown to him, I think, is what transformed him. Curious. Wonder if there's any more to that story. There is an undulation I have sensed, reader, which means I think that your black wagon sails the seas, am I not right? Of course I am. She laughs at this, or at herself perhaps. I scarce remember the sea. It's been a while since I bathed in it, you understand. My memories of it are wistful nonetheless. Although if I remember correctly, the Sea of Solace is a disgusting mockery of the Emerald Seas near to the Empire. Do be careful out there, will you? Now, let me cease my prattling, lest I extend my sentence by another such eternity or two. We had best stick to business. Come visit me again soon. Hey you guys. Funny running into you out here right in the middle of the drink, know what I mean? Not a lot of customers today, so have a look. I'll give you a good deal. What's he got now? That's good to have a little bit of this, just in case. It's the power plus 2 presence. None of these seem all that great. That one's pricey. Wonder why. Well, I guess for the sake of completion, I can at least grab this one for now. That's probably all I'll get for the moment. Alright. So, who do I get to bring with me? So, you're out of the question. So the question is who else to bring along. So, Tizo and Faye are both feeling inspired. I don't know if that carries over from run to run, so I'm thinking it'll probably be these three. In that case, what do I want to get them? So, +7 automatically isn't the greatest. How long would you banish for? 7 seconds. What happens if I... not ideal. Tizo got +2 quickness. Yeah, that would make sense for him. Let's upgrade it once. Didn't seem to do anything. There you go. That should be fine. For now, that appears to be all, so let's carry on. Let's see if I can actually do this one. Having landed at the Hulk of Ores, you and your fellow exiles now anticipate the hour that the rites are to commence again. What do you think, Tizo? Don't I look just like Mr. Hedwin? Tizo was worried that Hedwin is still feeling unwell. Wait, I think... What's that? A serpentine creature emerges from the water, followed by several others of its kind. You recognize it as a worm of the Sea Dominion. What they are all doing here you see plain by their ritual raiments. The nearest one somehow loosens its mask. Good sirs and good ladies, so it is you that heed the summons to glorious competition against this knight and his brigade. Well then, let us do battle now without delay. More than our freedom is at stake here, but our very honor, and this knight fully intends to reclaim his... Oh, and lest this knight forget, he is called Sir Gilman. He salutes you all on behalf of the Pyre Hearts. Until the contest. He splashes out of view just as the stars above begin to shimmer with a strange light. Trying to think of how many of these battles I've done so far.
Relentless, aren't we, reader?
I mean, I've done 6 so far, right?
Sea was not enough to thwart your coming here unto the Hulk of Ores.
Wait, what? That's how you're pronouncing it?
To underestimate your adversaries here, despite their pitiable look. I am, of course, referring to the Pyre Hearts. These rites are but another war to them, and that makes you their mortal enemy. I expect your battle to be glorious.
No pressure then. Very different shape to this one, though. Your fellow exiles are gathered on the rotting deck of the Hulk of Ores as your adversaries clamber into view. Rookie paws up to them. Say, what are you worms even doing here? Can't you just swim back to the Commonwealth or the Sea Dominion or wherever it is you're from? Aha! An excellent point! It seems then that these adversaries in the rites are clever, wouldn't you say, sire? Just get rid of them already, Gilman. As your commanding officer, this knight hereby commands it! Hark! The knight wishes to introduce his noble commander. No worm knight in history has withstood as many frontline battles. Doff your helm, sire, as is our custom. May our adversaries tremble at the sight of you. Sir Gilman attends to his commander's mask, despite his protests. Wait, give this knight his mask! This knight hereby presents to you the great Sir Deluge. A noble visage, is it not? Sir Deluge trembles and squirms. So, yes, you can swim or no? Ha! Of course we knights can swim. All knights of the Sea Dominion can. But we are exiles in this land, the same as you. We can swim, 'tis true. But 'tis summarily impossible to swim back up the river down which we were flushed to end up here. Nay, there is but one way to return. Silence, Gilman! Nobody cares, but back to your post! Sir Gilman hesitates, but does as he is told.
This knight knows who you are, Nightwings, and he is not afraid of you.
He somehow climbs back into his mask and coils up to his full height.
Now, on guard!
The exiles of the Worm Triumvirate take their positions as you focus on the Book of Rites. Reader, Edwin's illness means he cannot help us here. He shall be counting on us.
Who shall strive for freedom? Tizo.
Doodle-doo. Alright.
Faye. Jodariel. Thou.
Let us make short work of this lot.
Gilman, status report. What is the enemy's position?
They now stand ready to confront us, sire. A very brave triumvirate they seem to this night's eye.
Brave? They're sucking monsters, one and all. Pyre hearts, be ready!
And that's...
Begin.
Oh crap!
Pyre has been scathed.
That was the wrong button. Crap. Oh, come on! These guys are quick! These guys are real fast, holy crap!
Sir Deluge caught out.
There you go. There you go, you little brats. Get into the fire. Cast yourself into the fire.
Quite a close call there, no?
Wait, what the hell? How'd that work? I can't believe that worked. I can't believe that worked.
Gilman, your form is sloppy. Fight them as though your miserable life is on the line.
Your words do wound me, sire. This knight gives every right his very, very best. Though perhaps we do have much to learn from such a brave triumvirate as the one whom we now face.
Whose side are you on? Get out there and vanquish them at once.
Tizo notes the Pyre hearts seem too busy arguing to pay you any attention.
There seems to be dissension in your adversary's ranks. 'Tis little wonder these fool worm knights are magnificent.
I did not expect this to play out the way it did.
A bit of a blunder.
Nope. No crap! Didn't have enough stamina left.
Be gone.
Crap, good hit. Crap. Wait for it. Down they go. Boom. And then whoop. Gotcha!
Plunged into their pyre.
Oh, that's cool. This is working out quite nicely.
A lick of flame remains.
Come on. Oh crap, they jumped to knock me out of the air.
Now take it.
Don't mind me.
And it is done.
That was way too easy once I figured out their attack pattern.
Wings prevail. Accomplished effortlessly, I might add.
That went way too well.
The rite is ended.
I almost feel bad for those guys. They're funny. Tizo is very pleased to have prevailed against the Worm Knights of the Pyre Hearts.
The sea was making me a little queasy, honestly. But we still won. We won!
I expected more from the Worm Knights of the Sea Dominion. This knight commands you, noble knight wings. Gloriously fought indeed, and this knight shall wistfully remember this defeat until the end of his days.
Silence, Gilman! This is all your fault, and now cavorting with our enemy. How dare you!
This knight was but attempting honorary compliment, sire. Is it not in accordance with the rights to praise one adversary on a worthy outcome?
Worthy? This knight will show you worthy, you miserable little minnow. You are a failure, Gilman. Get now from this knight's sight.
What stirs now in the hearts of all these exiles? The moon-touched girl has greater understanding than it
The 8 scribes, they so inspire me, and now I feel that I've grown somehow closer to them, maybe.
Huh. That's actually really useful given the circumstances. Slows nearby adversaries. How much, though, is the problem? That's not necessarily the most useful depending on the range. I'm thinking this will be more useful. There we go. Alrighty, that went much better. Much better. So that was what, battle number 7? After vanquishing the Pyre Hearts almost effortlessly, you at last return to the wagon with your companions. There is little discussion of the Pyre Hearts, who already seem to have swarmed off toward whatever next the stars direct them. Instead, your fellow exile's attention turns toward your companion, who is absent for the rite. How is Hedwyn? The lone minstrel makes a sound, but no words form as yet. Something is troubling him. I urged him to remain bedridden. And he simply would not listen. I am very sorry, but...
Wait, what?
Everyone stares at the lone minstrel in stunned silence. The lone minstrel breathes a heavy sigh. But then... Hey, what's with the long faces, everyone?
Minstrel! I should wring that neck of yours!
As I was attempting to explain, Hedwyn is already up and about, despite my having strongly recommended further rest. Those that are unaccustomed to sea voyage and take ill, they are very likely to experience further symptoms if they do not remain bedridden or at least sedentary. Hedwyn is running a considerable risk of having to spend another night in great discomfort.
What are you, a doctor?
Nay, although I traveled once with one, extensively. Look, I appreciate your caution and concern, Tariq, but I'm pretty well accustomed to discomfort here, and I had to see how things turned out tonight. I haven't had to stay out of a rite like that before. So, you are back among the living then, Hedwyn? I was just seasick. Nevertheless, your full recovery requires rest. I think we all could use some rest after tonight. Anyway, thank you everyone for your concern, and I'm sorry that I worried you or caused you further burden. He turns to you. My friend, what do you say we figure out where to go next? I'm beginning to miss being on solid ground. You follow him outside, where the night sky awaits. Hey, I wanted to thank you for conducting the rite back there without me being there. I could rest easy knowing you and the others would get through. Anyway, I'll leave you to your reading. Can't begin to imagine where we'll be off to next. We're well past anywhere on the downside I've ever been. Even Jody hasn't gone this far. He bids you a good evening as you turn your attention back to the sky. You really want me to go... Where do you want me to go? Horus. Milith. Wait, back to Milith? No, seriously, where do we need to go next? Is there... Oh, there's more up this way. Hello. Silver Star. Still further north then. Not simply north, This shall prove difficult. What's the problem? Our destination is beyond the deathless tempest. A vessel such as ours has little hope of traversing it intact. Can't we go around it? Given our confrontation with the Pyre Hearts, our chances back in worm-held waters would be even worse. Come on, people. It'll just be another day in the downside. Go get yourself some sleep while we still can. Bet you'll feel better in the morning. Your optimism is infectious. Isn't it? You all concur that rest is in order, but the sea journey has been taxing to everyone. Come daybreak, you shall have to find a way to sail past the deathless tempest. Hello! Tizo has been in a rather cheerful mood since being out at sea, and seems pleased to see you. Tizo is grateful at having had the opportunity to catch a fish, for old time's sake. Tizo was asking if you want to know why he loves fishing so much. You sense his inquiry is rhetorical in nature, so you anticipate his response. Tizo loves catching fish because he hates them and everything they stand for! He has devoted his life to the eradication of their kind, ever since they killed his family? What? This is not going in the direction I expected it to. He seems on the verge of tears, though as far as you are aware, imps can't cry. Then he leers at you, eyes wide, expecting a response. It seems he told you a joke. You muster your best belly laugh, following Tizo's joke. He stares at you sidelong for a moment. Tizo admits the real reason he loves catching fish is because Falcon Ron pays a lot of soul for them. He snickers back at you and bounces off. Okay, you little shit. I guess you're going in with the next rite, huh? When do you let me do another scribe trial? Come on. How long is this game anyway? Actually, I'm curious, before we move on, how long is this game? That's fair. Alright, that's reasonable. Alright, so... that must be the Deathless Tempest over there. Valuables. And Tizo probably just wants something else to sell. Let's see if there's anything special. Hang on a sec. There we go. The remnants of a shattered fleet do little to raise the confidence of your companions, given that the massive Deathless Tempest rages to the north, not far from your position. We ought to be more concerned with that storm than in finding trinkets, Greentail. Oh, relax already, Jody, and let me do my job. I don't show up when you're out there keeping watch and start telling you to come off it now, do I? You interrupt me in the middle of my work no fewer than 4 times per day. They go on like this for some time before turning to you. Investigating the wreckage is going to take time, but you may find something to show for it. You suggest it may well be worthwhile to continue searching through the wreckage, after having come this far. Ruki grins widely. Knew you'd see it my way, chum. Now, let's see what we can get. There's gonna be a penalty for this. After an exhaustive search... sorry, chum. I think I was just chasing the refraction of the sun or something. There's nothing down there. Jodariel fumes at all of this, but says nothing. You don't have a whole lot of hope for these rights anyway, so I'm not... well, I am worried a bit, but... in theory, Jodariel's supposed to be the bulwark anyway. You and your companions look upon the Deathless Tempest. The stars demand you sail beyond it, yet the very thought is beyond reason. Then something in the nearby water stirs, and from it springs something familiar. Hold, good ladies and good sirs! This knight beseeches you to hear him if you please. What is it now, Worm? The rites are ended. We have no further need of you. Oh, but you do. And in turn, this knight has further need of you, good lady. Out with it, then. Let us be joined. Let this knight join you, please. Yes. Can you believe this, Hedwyn? Not really, no. Nay, look ye not so surprised. Your valor in the rites did stir this poor knight's soul. He swears to you upon his long-lost honor as a would-be knight-errant of the Sea Dominion that he shall serve you to the end. What about your other worm friends back there, the Pyre Hearts? They are base cowards! This knight can no longer abide such spineless characters, having witnessed true glory in our clash upon the Hulk of Horus. Never before have we been trounced so thoroughly. And furthermore, this knight shall aid your passage through the deathless tempest. It is not so that you seek passage to the north. With this knight's aid, you shall achieve your wish. Sir Gilman continues to persuade you for some time. He seems to know a way to cross the storm, some sort of long-held secret among worms exiled to these waters. Jordario pulls the rest of you aside after Hedwyn gives her a look. Are you most sure that Sandalwood would want this thing along? Mostly sure. Sandalwood wants someone for each mask. This one seems about as good as we're going to get. Jordario glowers back at the worm, who tries his best to look presentable. Hedwyn is more gracious. He tells Sir Gilman that if he promises to help you cross the Deathless Tempest, that he can come along for now. This knight is overjoyed, and he hereby swears to see you pass the storm. Though first, this knight requires your consent. Give unto this knight your blessing, in the name of the Night Wings, and thus he shall go forth. Sure? As you begin to say something in response, Sir Gilman cries out in triumph. He vanishes into the depths. Yet, through this close encounter with him, you cling to some sense of where he is going and what he intends to do. Oh, is this a side mission? Ooh. This ought to be good. Determined to prove himself to you and the Nightwing, Sir Gilman emerges somewhere in the outer reaches of the Sea of Solace and calls out to you. Master Reader, if you can hear this knight, then he implores you now, lend him your guidance. This knight's objective ought be not far east of here. Today we shall bring peace to the embroiled sea. Know, however, that among this knight's brethren, the actions we are about to take are highly forbidden. But they are highly just! I like this guy. Thus, Sir Gilman sets forth to quell the storm that rages to the north. Ah, that's how that works. Hark! Yonder lie the foul spawn of unfathomed plurns, boiling the seas with their wrath. Exiled worms within these waters have long harbored these abominations, using them to bar passage through the downside channels for any save this knight's own kind. Begone now from here, fiends! This knight shall finish what the Under King Horus started. So how do I do this? How do they want me to banish them? Ah, I guess they just wanted me to get rid of those eggs. Whatever they are. Oh dear. Hold it right there, you traitorous slug. How dare you turn your back on this knight? To your superior! Superior by rank no longer, for we no longer serve the Commonwealth, last this knight checked. Here you hold no sway over this knight. Ah! And what have you done to this spawn? Have you no honor left at all? This knight has done that which required doing. His honor cannot sink much lower anyhow. He figured this would be an ideal time to free himself from servitude to you. Why, you dare to staunch the tempest for those Nightwings? Good Sir Deluge. This knight was born to dare. Now come and fight this knight if you so dare as well. Ah! Pyreheart, banish him! This is an order! 8 of them. That's simple enough. That's actually a little too easy. So it looks like this guy is more meant to lead people on and then give them all sorts of grief. What now, Sir Deluge? Shall you not face this knight yourself and leave the dirty work unto your charges?
Fine, Gilman. You wish to stand against your commander, then have it your way. Sir Mush, Lady Seagrass, to me! Banish now this troublemaker!
That's simple enough. You are master of this night no longer, Sir Deluge. Thus shatter our fraternal bonds. This knight would say it was an honor serving you, Sir Deluge, but that would be a bald-faced lie, and yet another stain upon his blackened reputation. Until we meet again!
Wait, you lowly traitor! This knight will have your head! Gilman!
Okay, I'm having a little too much fun with this. Can you blame me, though? As the day wears on, there is still no sign of the Worm Knights. Hey, your companion grows less restless. But then... Hail! This knight returns with newfound tales to tell and new scars to show for them. So Gilman is sopping wet and visibly shaken. He struggles to maintain decorum. He is, in short, the very image of a Worm Knight. And more importantly, that little Tempest ought no longer pose a threat for now. Behold! As if on cue, the deathless Tempest begins to simmer and subside. Would you look at that? He really did it. Of course this knight did it! Now, if it would be all right with you, this knight could really use some shut-eye. The Worm Knight then collapses in exhaustion. You and Hedwyn help him up. A deal's a deal, Sir Gilman. Welcome to the Night Wings. Huzzah! Alright, cool. Nice way of introducing it, the game mechanics required to use them properly. No wonder why I had an easy time against them. I'm curious as to how much variety there will be within the opponents we face. But I suppose we'll see before too long. With Sir Gilman's aid, you managed to breach the Tempest. You were true to your word, Worm. I shall give you that. But now what? We are stranded in this cursed storm. A most excellent question, and from one most fair. Call me that one more, and I shall tie you into a knot. Ah, and from one most spirited as well. This knight was wise to side with ye. Just, where do we turn from here? Answer the question, now. Sir Gilman does no such thing, although eventually he does make note of a specific current that should lead you to the lands beyond. If I may, I can corroborate Sir Gilman's account. We are close to making landfall. Then let me be the first to say, let's go. Say, Tariq. Aye, Rookie, what is it? That loot you're always carrying around. You know how to play that thing, don't you? Why, I suppose I do. Good. So I was thinking it's a little gloomy here, and we could use a little tune to lighten up the mood, know what I mean? Aye. Then, let me see what I can do.
The stars all hide away from the chill until the evening rise. Oh, 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 oh. scuttled her foe. The doomed ship still resides. The Titan met her end on its prow, forsaken by the tides. In death she leaves her stain on the place. The tempest never dies. Her final throes and shivers and shakes 1,000 years gone by. Oh,
I mean, come on, it's a Supergiant game. If I didn't pause to listen to the song play itself out, what kind of gamer would I be? So, I guess we'll do one more round and then call it a day. And then I get to spend all day audio editing. Well, the rest of the night. Well, rest of the night anyway. Hello. This is pretty. At last your wagon rumbles onto solid, jagged ground, the land called Black Basin. Your fellow exiles unpack the wagons so you can take stock of how best to reach your destination. Oh, neat. You approach Sir Gilman, who must have just finished practicing his fencing maneuvers. He regards you with his single eye. Hail, Master Rita! This knight is determined to train harder, having joined the famous Nightwings. He shall ensure that this triumvirate continues to live up to his most feared reputation. This is such an honor! And this knight has a great deal of honor to regain. Having fled the Pyre Hearts, this knight fully expects now to conduct the rites in a most honorable fashion, to the fullest letter of the law described within the books. Some triumvirates this knight has met, and perchance mentioned by name. They are inclined to bend the rules a bit, sometimes a lot, and to prevail by any means they can. But this is wrong! The exile who refuses to obey the rules as they were written by the Under King Orez and his 7 friends deserve neither his honor nor his freedom. Thusly does this knight have confidence that Master Rita shall resist any temptations to conduct the rites in any underhanded fashion. Now then, this knight must undergo a thorough cleansing, having trained until the point of foulness. So please excuse him, Master Rita. He slithers off, hunting some sort of chivalrous tune. Oh boy, didn't see that coming. You find that Hedwyn has asked for several volunteers to scout the area and report back. Alright everyone, don't go too far, and let's meet back by dusk. Please use caution. The exiles dwelling in these lands are, well, rather territorial. For your part, you remain with the Black Wagon to keep watch. You see occasional dark shapes soaring across the sky, but none of them draw near enough for you to see in any detail. Eventually, your companions make their way back, and everyone arrived as planned, or earlier. Hi everyone, I'm back! I have come back! Faye returns from the east with little to report, save for word that the glowing molten rock there is very, very hot. This knight yet lives, although he has little else to report. The newest member of the group, Sir Gilman, returns from a northern pass, visibly shaken. He appears to have discovered an intense fear of heights. Tizo wonders whether any species of fish lives in the pools or rocks nearby. The little imp Tizo seems disappointed to have left the water behind. He remains with you, near to the wagon. There is a western pass that seems traversable. If we travel by light of dawn, the shadows in the crags may well cover our advance against whoever may be watching. Begging your pardon, I do not wish to contradict your strategy, though, in my experience, we shall not remain hidden for long during the climb toward the nest of Triesta. The exiles of the High Wind Ing remnants You may have no love for them inherently, but they have no such qualms with me, for now. I may be able to negotiate safe passage. Negotiate? With them? Then Hedwyn steps in as the lone minstrel bows and backs away. Hey, let's not decide on this just yet. We're not going anywhere right now, that much we can agree on. We'll decide how best to go ahead come morning. For now, let's take the rest of the afternoon and get our bearings. Jodario glares at the sky as everyone else disperses. There was something expensive in there. Let's go foraging. Well, chum, had enough scrounging for one day? Usually there isn't much, but if you never look, you never get. And believe you me, it adds up. Oh, wow. Nice. That's nice. So. Let me think. Problem is that even if the minstrel could effectively negotiate, I'm not sure if Jodario would allow him to negotiate. That's the only thing. We'll try this. We'll try this to start. Show yourselves, you frightened little birds! All day long, winged shadows cross the sun. You are being watched. Jodario is very unhappy about it, though the lone minstrel now attempts to calm her. Perhaps I can communicate with them. Please believe me, madam, when I say your enmity towards the harps had best be held in check here. Jodario looks at him with fury in her eyes, yet he retains his calm demeanor. Soon she grants his request with a silent gesture. Then he calls toward the heavens. Good sisters, we are humble travelers such as you and beg your leave. We journeyed by the sea and seek safe passage through your lands. We shall not disturb your hunting or your nests. The request is met with nothing but silence. You search in vain for any indication of acknowledgement. Then without notice, one of them appears. Hello. She swoops the minstrel up and out of sight before Jodario can respond. Damnation! Wait here, I shall go find him! For a long, terrible moment, you are alone with your panic. Soon, however, the lone minstrel returns amid the sound of flapping wings. He dusts his cloak and calls out towards them. We thank you for your hospitality, good sisters. We shall be on our way. Having seen this, Jodario returns, sullen. The exiles of the High Wing remnants are letting you pass for now. It seems they are having some dispute within their ranks, and wish no further troubles for the time. It is a warning, one that leaves Jodario fuming. Oh wow, -4 hope? Holy crap. It's like everything I do lowers Jodario's hope, good lord. At last you arrive at the nest of Trieste, where the next rite is soon to commence. You cannot shake the feeling that unseen eyes watched your wagon's ascent, and remain watching now.
Oh, hey you guys, what brings you way out here? No wait, don't tell me, I don't want to know. All I want is you to get the best deals in the downside.
First, oh wow. That's actually really useful. That is also useful. We'll take the lot.
Thanks guys, good luck in that thing you're going to tonight.
Alright. Still on chapter 1, eh? My emperor lay there, bleeding and alone, stranded in a bitter land beyond the river. With fleeting consciousness, he understood the folly of his quest, and the folly of his rule over his country. Thus did he await the last embrace. It was the imp Hawub that nursed him back to health, and warned him often of the dangers he would have to face. Many enemies of Mur would come and search for him, some under employment by the rope collar, some longing openly for cold, uncomplicated vengeance. I was one of them. I plunged into the river willingly. We needed to be sure that he was dead. Makes me curious how that's gonna wrap up then. So then, we are back on solid land, or something like it, Then this must be Black Basin. Flames and noxious fumes on one side, suffocating forest on the other. Lovely, lovely place. So good of you to take me here. You truly would pursue those blasted stars until the farthest corner of this land, it seems. Though I had better cease my blasphemy, or else the scribes themselves just might descend from on high and strike me with another much-deserved penalty. The thrill of such transgressions, reader. Sometimes it keeps me going, not that I have any real choice. Now, we had best get back to our normal business, as it were. Alright. Commence the rite. You and your fellow exiles gather on this blasted land called the Nest of Trieste, expecting the imminent commencement of the rites. You see no sign of any adversaries, but then you hear a whooshing sound above. This, then, is what passes for the Nightwings now. Such a rabble. Not even dressed for the occasion yet. It seems the scribes have little pride in their traditions. Hold your tongue, little bird. We have not come for talk. No, you have come on behalf of your commonwealth. Mark well my words, you horned filth. When at last we free ourselves, your home shall burn. With that, the harp swoops off as Jodario glowers after her. It is only then you realize another harp has come. She is quite serious, I assure you. I can help you sort her out. It's in our mutual interest. You know naught of my interest. Let's give this another shot. Hi, my name's Pamitha Thane. The surly one back there, that was my blood sister. No need to judge her harshly, though. We've only met just now, though I must say, something about you reminds me of her. How dare you implicate that I have anything in common with your ilk? Just then, Hedwyn shows up to intervene. He whispers something to Jodario. No, Hedwyn, you cannot be serious. Jody, I'm asking you to trust me on this one. Am I perhaps interrupting something? Say, by the by, how ever did you make it all the way across the sea? Didn't see you fly in. Trust is something I am loath to give away, Hedwyn, but you have set our course thus far, and I have followed. So, do as you must. That Sandalwood had better have an explanation for all this. Jodario storms off as Hedwyn turns to you. What's your take on this one, my friend? Our informant wants someone for each mask. I hadn't expected we'd run into a harp, yet here she is. What are you getting from her? You turn your attention to Pamitha, who has been watching with bemused interest. Ah, a reader, are you? Pleasure to make your acquaintance, darling. Well, here I am. Gaze intently all you like, and tell your commander there the truth of it. Well, tell your comrade there the truth of it, why don't you? You sense that she is conflicted about something, although you do not know what. You also sense, however, that her motives here and now are earnest. You tell Hedwyn that you have several misgivings about Pamitha, and suggest caution before accepting her into your ranks. I share much of your concern about her, my friend. It's just, I have to give Sandalwood the benefit of the doubt, as well as Pamitha. We've come this far thanks to a certain faith, and right now it's telling me to take her with us. I hope you'll back me up on this, as I'm sure Jodario won't like it. He then turns to Pamitha. I'm Hedwyn. We'll accept your offer on 2 conditions, if you'll hear me out. Conditions? Why sure, I love a good condition or two. First, after we've finished here tonight, you come along and make sure that your blood sister and her friends don't give us any trouble when we're heading out. Second, you'll have to find a way to get along with Jodario, whom you met earlier. Brilliant! I had no plans of sticking around here anyway. As for your demon friend, no doubt we'll get along famously. Now, I don't suppose you have an extra set of raiments I could use, because I think the rite is getting started. You look up and realize she is right. A score to settle? Oh boy. Alrighty.
Reader, I thought for sure the stars would have eluded you by now.
Not
Yet
quite.
here you are, somehow, upon the Nest of Trieste.
Hey, I pronounced it right this time.
Swelled the ranks of your triumvirate not merely with another, but with two. One from the Pyre heart, no less. And one who seeks the favor of the adversaries whom you'll imminently face. They are the essence. Winged terrors, as you soon shall see. Can your longing for freedom match their hatred for the vibrant country that was once your home?
We shall see. From a distance you observe as Pamitha, now clad in Nightwing raiments, heads towards your adversaries on the right. You, what sort of heathen harp would dare take wing against us? Your new companion then loosens the bindings on her mask. Hello there, Tamitha. Tamitha's blood sister stares back at her a while before responding. What in the saint's name are you doing here? With them? Doubtless come to dig your talons in my back again. No, sister. I've come to have a word with you. Save it. I cannot help but share your poisoned blood, but I shan't ever count you as my sister. You expect me to believe that you came all this way for talk? You waste your time as ever. What's life if not a waste of time, dear sister? Give me a chance, why don't you? What do you even have to lose anymore? Besides, I've come a long way. Silence! You shan't have come here, and the time for talk is long since past. If only you could see yourself. Again, consorting with my enemies. Fine then, savor their defeat. But I warn you, stay away from me. Tamitha says nothing more as her blood sister turns away again. Pleasant sort, aren't they? Tamitha gets your attention. Listen to me, reader darling. The rest of you are ill-equipped to navigate this place. Let me conduct this rite on your behalf, and my wings will bring you victory. Dear lady, your words ring true. This knight is flattered that you have not eaten him, as is the tendency among your kind. This knight hereby volunteers his post in the triumvirate for thee. Sir Gillen refuses to participate in the rites this night so that Pamitha can face her sister. You observe the treacherous terrain. Pamitha should be better suited to the rites here than the rest of you.
Who shall conduct the rites?
Everyone else is reluctant, eh? Why, I thought you'd never ask there, darling. I accept. If the little bird is going to conduct the rites for us, then I shall not. As expected. So, we can't bring Gilman in. Or Joe Dario. I'm thinking the imp, well, yeah, we'll bring you in. Actually, is there anything good that we can get from anyone else? You're definitely coming along. Question is, do we want to buff this at all? I'm thinking we do. Tizo promises to do its best against Tamitha and the Essence. Faye is quicker. Much quicker. We'll give you a chance to give him the hell. We'll give you a bit of hope so that you can come back a little faster in case things go crazy. So, we're up against 3 harps, as they're called. So, we'll do them pretty quick. You can count on me, my friend.
The choice is cast.
Come then, sister. Perhaps when we are finished here, you'll spare me a moment of your time. I shan't be tricked by you again, Pamitha. How poetic that we meet here in the downside. I can think of nothing else where I would rather see you rot for what you did. To our people and to me. Oh boy, there's history. Pamitha seems to sense your presence and then catches your attention. Hello there, reader darling. If I'm to be at your mercy in all this, I'd like it very much if you could minimize how often I'm to wallow in a state of banishment. Quickly, let me show you what we sisters of the High Wing Remnants can do.
Reader, you put yourself amidst a feud between two sisters? That seems entirely unwise. Even for you. Tread lightly around that exiled Panther. Her kind's all but forgotten Saint Triesta's grace.
Oh, that's useful. That's very useful. See, darling? We harps were not so bad. Now I suppose we'd better get to work, Just don't go underestimating Tamitha over there. I trust you'll do the best you can. To the skies, sister! Talon formation!
Beware the adversary's aura.
Crap, didn't quite make it. Nope.
Simply monstrous.
Gotcha!
That is Pyre, the first to falter.
Take that, sucker! Ah, crap.
The fury of the Highwing remnants.
Should have switched over to Tizo, was it? Tell me something, you know how to fly? Tizo was rather proud of his ability to flutter, as a matter of fact. Then listen up. My blood sister there, she'll swoop right past you if you're careless. But we harps simply cannot get much altitude down here. So if she goes for any unfair tricks, just jump for it and catch her in the act. She always hated when I used to do that to her.
Indeed. Why, that was all of them.
And then I just casually walk in. Sounds about right.
The Nightwings now are closer to achieving victory.
Wait, did I seriously get away with that? Did I seriously get away with that? How did I get away with that?
Down goes that one.
Ah, crap.
Thoroughly banished.
Go, Tizo! Go, adorable little thing.
Poor exile. Oh.
Crap. Are they literally how are they getting killed like that? Are they just... Ah, shoot. Ah, crap. That's not good. Well, Edwin just got back up, so we should be fine. Crap. Well, that's the end for me. Wait. It would appear that these guys do not know how to deal with their own crap. Or use their own abilities properly. Ah, crap. I did not block that properly. Oh, that's why. Not quite. Well, it looks like I'm not
takes the plunge.
Go, Tizo! Damn you, Pamitha! You are no true Thane, to think that you have the gall to call me sister still after everything you have wrought upon us. I hate to break it to you, Tamitha, but I don't think my actions, however much they hurt you, had any effect on our familial status. Look, I know I wronged you. That's why I'm here. You don't know my side of the story. Your side of the story? If I wanted to hear more lies and deception, I ought to have asked the Commonwealth to stay my sentence for a while. Well, if you have come all this way to face me, Pamitha, then come and do it! You and me! You think that you see Pamitha shake her head. Everyone, stay back. Oh, this ought to be good.
What is it those two think they're doing? The rights are not the place to settle petty scores.
Crap.
And it is done.
Apparently they are, good sir.
The you-know-who prevail.
Hmm.
Their adversaries prove no match for them.
The you-know-who
Thus
prevail.
end this night's proceedings.
You Commonwealth filth! Only through that traitor's help could you have beaten us. You postponed the coming of our liberty, but we are ever patient, and our sisters on the other side shall have their day with or without my aid. Tamitha, wait, please. You found good company there, Pamitha. May you wither here with them. I hope sincerely we shan't ever meet again. Wait. The person that... Wait. Pamitha stands motionless as her blood sister departs. Do you know Hedwyn? Tizo is trying to let Pamitha know the others are returning to the wagon. Sure, I don't see why not.
The 8 scribes bless us with their ways.
I used to think the scribes were just the stuff of stories, but all of this really is their doing, isn't it? Okay.
Witness the rights firsthand and be inspired. The imp Tizo appears to have a certain depth of knowledge.
Tizo just had a flash of inspiration about his role in the rites and as part of the Nightwings. Not quite enough.
Until the stars align.
Don't sound so bored. After defeating the Essence in a rather one-sided contest, you and the others return to your wagon to consider your next move, and how best to integrate Pamitha into the group. Don't worry, I won't be staying any longer than it takes. I like my air fresh so I can sleep up on the roof. I trust the rites will cause my path and Tamitha's to cross again before too long. You're welcome with us for now, Pamitha. Trust is what got us here. Isn't that right, Ruki? But Ruki does not seem to hear the question. He has been rather quiet since first encountering your new guest. Pamitha shoots him one of her smiles. He stammers something about having to check the wagon wheels again. He runs off. During this discussion, the minstrel pulls you aside. Reader, I ask a moment of your time outside. There is somewhere I may ask we go, back here in Black Basin, Reader. By your leave, of course, and provided that the stars allow it. Would you look upon them for us, please? So over this way then, huh? The Glades of Lu, directly due west. Then it is just as my client indicated. This client of yours, our informant, Sandalwood. He entrusted us with this wagon, this quest. Why? What does he want from us? You may ask him yourself. He awaits us somewhere in Wakingwood, due west. How do we find him? He shall find us. It seems you are soon to finally meet Sandalwood. At dawn, you shall have to cross a single narrow path leading west, where he supposedly awaits. Okay, I gotta see how this goes. Screw my voice. Dang it. You approach Pamitha, who has kept to herself since she joined your small band. You sense she is unaware of you as she preens her flight feathers, but then she speaks up before you can do the same. Come to check up on me, reader darling? In those first moments when we met, the misgivings you relayed to that nice headwind boy, I wouldn't have trusted in me either. One of your kind's ancient enemies just happens to insert herself into your group and you just go with it. However, I assure you that my motives here are plain. You'll see. I have business with my blood sister Tamitha and nothing more. You briefly met, I think. She's quite a catch. As to the little quibble between us, well, it's a long story all in all. One that's frankly no one's business but hers and mine. Surely we'll run into again, maybe not soon, but in time, and we have the rest of our long lives to wait. Anyway, happy to aid you in your quest until such time, especially to the extent that it aids me in mine. A simple exchange. Until then, stay vigilant, darling. You needn't concern yourself with making small talk with someone like me. And besides, we harps have a saying, liars abound. She swoops away before you can respond. Alright then, I guess that's that. Okay, if we finally get to meet this guy, I gotta see this. Oh boy. The wagon has hit a snag, descending the black crags. Its wheel is stuck. Jodariel is not pleased. First that blasted little bird, now this. Though you lack Jodariel's raw strength, you join as she attempts to dislodge the wagon. At last, with a roar and a heave, she forces the wagon back onto solid ground. May this sandalwood be worth all of the hassle. Thank you, Jody. I'm guessing Sandalwood doesn't like to be kept waiting. He is very patient, on the contrary. Not I. Let us move on. Soon the wagon is prepared to press onward, down the jagged slopes toward Wakingwood. Your companions who explored ahead advise on which of the forked paths is best. You're an extra talisman. Let's go this way. Sir Gilman is relieved at your decision to take the flatter of the two paths down the Black Crags, though nonetheless seems rather shaken by the steep trip down. This knight mislikes these heights. For shame, Master Reader, you must take this knight for a common craven coward. He buries his head in the soil. When at last you coax him back up, you see that he has an item of some sort. Ha! That knight did have you fooled there, did he not? He explains how finding this item was his plan all along. Not bad, not bad. But now into the woods. Okay, that is not where I expected us to emerge from. Having passed beyond the Black Crags, your wagon arrives at the edge of Wakingwood. It is here that Sandalwood is to be expecting you. However, most puzzling, he ought to have met us here. He said he would find us himself. Aye, he was to find us at the edge of these woods. We supposed to keep waiting for him? He would desire for the stars to be your guide, as always. The rights beckon, and the rights take precedence above all else. Surely he shall find us yet. And let us keep moving. How do we get through these woods? The lone minstrel knows two possible paths forward from this point, though cautious that the woods are difficult to navigate, and Sandalwood would have known the most expedient path. I feel like this will be more interesting. Once resided doesn't necessarily mean he still resides. Sandalwood is a master in the rights, or used to be at least. Then, well, it is not my place to say. Doubtless he shall tell you in due time. Now, if only we could find him. He used to mentor his own companions in the rites, not far from here. However, you find no trace of the informant anywhere nearby, and without his guidance, you remain quite lost in the woods. The woods seem to have encroached. There is no path forward, while neither of the paths leading backward appear to match the route you took to this point. Well, we appeased Tizo last time, so he showed up, so we'll see if you have anything to say. The woods are so disorienting at this point, you decide to break for camp and survey the surroundings for any clues. Perhaps later there shall be time to pursue your vocations. Beyond a crystal seeks Jodario. You called for me, lovely reader? Let me ask you something, lovely reader. Have you any idea for how long I have been imprisoned here? You guess that Sandra could have been in her current state of exile since well before the dawn of the current age. At first, she shows no indication that she even heard you. Close. Soon enough, I shall be getting there. I have been imprisoned thus for 837 years. According to my count, at least. It is possible I have lost track, although, given my state, I can assure you I have had ample time to verify my arithmetic. She goes silent for a time. Let me give you some advice. If you decide to kill the Emperor, make sure you achieve what you set out to do. I expected my own death regardless of the outcome of my tasks. I was not expecting this. Certainly not to be telling you about it 837 years later, or however long it has been. Although, enough of that for now. Let us get back to business. Oh, that can be arranged. You need but name for me the one you have in mind. So, Jodariel is the one that's available for that? Alright. That surly demon, is it? She could stand to lighten up, though I fear that it's not a secret I can teach. But let us bring her forth regardless. Soon Jodariel appears in heed of the summons. What is the meaning of this, reader? What is the meaning of this? Reader, where are the others? The apparition Sandra appears and loosens her mask. Welcome to my humble home, demon. You are good at taking orders, no? State your purpose quickly, Wraith. My purpose is to put you to the test. You may be fearsome to behold, but you are odd and slow. Your weaknesses perhaps outweigh your strengths, though I sorely wish to see you and your lovely reader prove me wrong. Old, she says. Very well then, reader. Let us show her whether she is right. Oh, that's convenient. Yep. That went well. There we go. Oh, jeez. I am not... There you... Huh. I'm not sure how that works, but I'll take it. I don't think she'll be able to get there in time. Crap. Well, definitely losing that point. Why are they taking so long? The hell? Should I have just fired? Probably. Yeah, that's what I should have done. When I'm outnumbered, I should just fire. There we go. There we go. Are you satisfied now, Wraith? I am never satisfied, Demon. However, your performance was sufficient and you passed my test. Thus, congratulations are in order to you and your lovely reader. Now, farewell. Alrighty then. That was a strange experience. What do you have there, reader? Oh, not bad. He was here! He was here! You mean sandalwood. If I may ask, how can you be so certain? I think from this? I think from this! It says something. I don't know what it says, but I feel like it has to mean something. Faye produces a small strip of bark she found in the ashes. At first it seems like nothing of interest, until you see a message carved onto the inside. So it's some kind of message from this sandalwood guy? Seems that way. Which way to Cinderroot? It is due west. Perhaps we can set forth early tomorrow when the woods are still. Sounds good. Everyone, rest up. Big day coming up. You excuse yourself from the others to go pore over the Book of Rites and its mysteries. Through greater understanding comes the reader's influence. And greater presence. The texture of the pages of the book, the foreign bindings. Despite the volume's age, it shows so little signs of wear. At times, the power emanating from it almost overwhelms you. Inspiration comes to you in a flash. Whether from the book or from within, you cannot tell. Alright. You arrive on the outskirts of Cinderroot, but once again the informant Sandalwood is nowhere to be found. You sense the hopes of your companions waning as your search through the area yields nothing. Then something startles the little imp Tizo. Tizo seems to be crying out in surprise. He has spotted something. Or someone. A tall figure strides forward from the trees, making a sound like laughter. The imp charges toward him and leaps right into the figure's arms. They embrace. Hail, Tizo. But you look famished. Here. The tall sap produces something that the imp swallows immediately and with great pleasure. The lone minstrel nods his head in affirmation. Everyone, I wish to introduce you to my client, Wolfred Sandalwood. It has been too long, Wolfred, sir. Too long indeed, Tariq. I trust your new companions bring some color to your days. They do, sir. I think you shall find them worthy of the Nightwings. The sap looks upon the lot of you. You cannot sense his thoughts. We shall see. Then he turns to you. You must be the reader. I'm certain that we all appreciate your efforts here, my boy. Though we shall manage on our own from here on out. You're welcome to continue on with us, of course, though you are free to go. I trust that you have been adequately compensated for your time. Thanks as well for looking after all my books. You consider what to say to all of this. You stand your ground, meeting Wolfred's steady gaze, and assert to him that you do not feel your commitments to and from this group have yet been satisfied. Hold on. Wolfred, sir, I'm Hedwin. My companions and I are the ones who answered your call. We followed the signs you left for us. Now we're here, thanks to you and also to this reader. Not just a reader, he is our friend. My friend. He's not disposable. We made him a promise and our freedoms are now intertwined. Wolfred smirks at this. Freedom's not something to be traded or exchanged, my boy. I'd hope that you'd have come to grasp this much by now. He breathes a sigh. It seems we've started off on the wrong foot. It's not my wish to sour the occasion, for there's much to do. You have a right you need to get to, do you not? I'll come along, though shall not interfere. For it seems you have a kinship with this reader of yours. Now then, Tariq? Aye, Wilfred, sir. Come, let's have a chat. Of course, sir. Wilfred strides toward the black wagon, which must have belonged to him. You sense many conflicting emotions among your companions. Alright. Let's see what this entails. Your wagon cuts through a clearing to arrive at the Glade of Lu, where the stars directed you. Wilfred nods his approval, but leaves everyone to their devices. Emperor Mur. Scarcely could I recognize him when at last I found him. A half-starved animal, horns sprouted from his head, a bestial mirror of his blackened reputation. And I, a man who conquered countries, feared my emperor then in such a way as I had never known. My charge had been to slay this man, but when I discovered him, he was already fighting for his life. The little imp Howub proved of little help against the Sisters of the Arch, whose entire lives were culminating in this instant. I was unable to watch. My heart ached with such pity for the man, and for the love I felt for him when I served him, that I sprang to his defense. As you approach Volfred's Sandalwood, you feel very much aware that you reside within his black wagon rather than he in yours. He studies you in silence for a time, then... Tariq, if you have a moment. Aye, Volfred, sir. What is it? This reader. You deem him worthy by your estimation? The lone minstrel tilts his hat in your direction. If you wish my own estimation, Volfred, sir, then I do. Of course, it is not entirely for me to say, but I have seen this reader integrating with the others well. I believe that his achievements are self-evident in having reached Black Basin. Your instructions were deliberately difficult to follow, yet he and the others followed them. Indeed. Your words make sense as ever, Tariq. And what does little Tizo think of him, I wonder? Tizo indicates that, as a matter of fact, he is happy to have you around. There you have it, sir. I see. He continues to examine you. High praise is enough spoke those two, my boy. Nonetheless, I shall be watching you. Now, pardon us. Tariq and I have matters to discuss. They leave without another word, although you think you notice the lone minstrel look your way over his shoulder. I has bad feeling about this.
Hey, you guys. You know, I guess I didn't get the word out about this new franchise we opened just now, so give you a great deal. Just tell your friends, okay? Oh, and hey there, Mr. Sandalwood.
Good day to you as well, Ron. Why do I get the feeling I'm gonna regret selling this? Let's do it anyway. We'll just go with this and call it a day. We'll do the next rite. Well, I don't know. No, we'll wait on the next rite. I feel like this one's gonna be important for something, so I think I'll call it here. So, good progress all around. So, as for the next few weeks, let's see. On Monday, I will know which RPG I'm going to be doing on Thursdays, but for now, I'll probably jump back into Pyre this coming Thursday, assuming I don't need to record more audio. I've spent the last couple of days recording a decent amount of audio for my next video, and I guess since that I've just destroyed my voice here, I guess I'll have to focus on editing it instead, which is probably for the best, honestly, because there's already an hour of unrecorded audio that I need to see to, and it takes me a very long time to get through it. I don't know what it is about audio editing, but it is the slow step for me. Even when compared to other stuff like video editing, which you'd think would be wouldn't be as quick because you have to go out hunting around, find the clips and all that fun stuff. But maybe it just feels like it goes faster since you see it physically come together. But oh man. Either way, for now, tired and hungry, and my voice is ruined, so I'm gonna call it a night. See you all next time.